So here we are at exercise number 6 or assignment number 6, which is the trauma explanation summary. This is your last assignment for this course, and it is due Sunday, week 7, and worth 10% of your final grade. So this is the total score is out of 10 possible points. So you basically have to make a video that's no more than 15 minutes long, and in this video you will act as a therapist speaking to a client. So what is needed in this video is a brief description of the hypothetical person you're educating about the trauma. So who is your client? Is it a child? Is it an adult? Also, what is their trauma? So a very clear description of what they've been through. But you have to understand that you can't just say that my client was mugged or my client was a victim of domestic violence, but you have to talk about how has it impacted them. So did they stop going out of the house after the mugging happened? Have they become hypervigilant? Are they easily startled? Are they, have they become withdrawn? So what has been the impact of trauma on them? Okay, and then you have to speak in words and a tone that show understanding of the impact of trauma on this person. So you can say, give them a brief idea of what they're going through and kind of normalize it and say, when this happens, when you're mugged, yes, you do become hypervigilant, but you won't use the word hypervigilant. You will explain it to them in terms that they understand. So also you have to speak in words and tone that show an understanding of the developmental needs of the person you are speaking to. So you won't use fancy language with a child or someone, who is suffering from mental retardation, for example. So you would use the appropriate language with the appropriate person and kind of translate all this information that now you know to help client understand what is going on with them. Okay, so here is the video should demonstrate your own thoughts and knowledge about the course material, but if you do use outside sources, please give credit to the authors as you speak. For example, you may say Rothschild defines trauma as, but I wouldn't really, talk like that with a client. I would say, well, there's an author called Rothschild and she says that. So that's a more normal way of talking. So this is the grading rubric, and it's out of 10 points. So a brief description of the person being educated, and you can even have the parent of a child. If you think that the child is too young to understand, you can include both parent and child and provide this explanation. The impact of the trauma, this is really important. So not only do you have to identify what happened, you have to identify what were the results of this trauma on your client. The words and tone show an understanding of this impact to the person. So saying that, when you lose your temper or you're very angry about little things, this is what's going on with you. So showing an understanding of the symptoms and identifying where they're coming from is worth 3 points. And then what kind of language are you using with your clients? And this is up to 2 points. And essentially the presentation has to be clearly organized and clearly transition between each components. You have to submit a reference page, so this is important. And followed APA format. So if you are quoting Rothschild in your video, for example, you have to create a reference page and send it to me, saying that this is with APA style citation. Okay, so you would also be graded on your professional appearance and demeanor and how you educate the person. So this is the trauma explanation summary assignment.